I'm excited about tonight. Those of you who knew about our mixer well in advance already know we had 3 outstanding speakers, panelists that are with us tonight to the subject tonight, which is the Million Channel Universe. And I have to tell you, if you don't know already, I stole the name, the Million Channel Universe, from the Produce By conference out in Los Angeles just a couple months ago. The Million Channel Universe is a term they're using about the fact that distribution channels are opening beyond wide open. Thousands, if not millions, of new channels are coming into being. We'll talk more about that and hear from the experts, not from me. And without more ado, I would like each of our speakers just to take a few minutes to just say a few minutes of background about themselves so you know a little more about them.
Hello everyone, my name is Alfred Goldberg. I am president of the Americas for a company called Absolute Mobile Solutions. We have been providing work with our clients to navigate the mobile medium since 2000. My experience in mobile actually extends further back than that, working with the Palm PDAs. I was originally an app developer for the Palm PDAs. We created an e-commerce store called Palm Center, which may have been the first app store, I don't know. Didn't sell nearly as well as Apple Store. Anyhow, I also design curriculum and teach at the International Academy of Design and Technology. I teach mobile design and development. I'm currently working on curriculum on mobile advertising. I am one of only 2 people in the state of Florida certified as a Tier 1 mobile marketer by the Mobile Marketing Association, and I have a real passion for mobile. Originally though, mobile was seen, at least by me and my company, as mobile computing. The whole concept of it being a media consumption device really didn't exist for us until 2007 when Apple released the iPhone and shattered the stranglehold that the carriers had over the medium. So I really wasn't that exposed to media until around 2007. And then I met my wife, who is a filmmaker. Timely meeting, because she shoots a lot of video for our clients when they need mobile video content, which I just attended in New York, the Mobile Marketing Association's annual meeting, and video had to be, if it was not the #1 topic discussed, it's #2. So mobile is huge with video. I have a lot of statistics that I'm sure will come up during the panel. And if they do not, I'm going to put together a little video that I will share with everyone in the room sometime after today. Thank you.
Let me just pose a question. I'm going to let the 4 of you men run with it. New methods of distribution, YouTube, Hulu, Amazon, Google, and so forth. What do you think is real? What do you think is going to make a major difference to creatives like indie filmmakers as well as indie television content providers? What is going to last and what's going to shine and take the lead? Kick that around.
Well, you named quite a few companies there. They're all real. Who's going to last? So Hulu obviously has a lot of big names behind it, and it seems to me as if they're playing catch up to media disruption. But with names that big, it's hard for me to sit here as Alfred Goldberg and say, oh no, Hulu's going to fail. But long term, Hulu's not a fit for what you're saying, independent filmmakers really. They're going to do much better with stuff like Amazon. Anything that lowers the barriers for distribution is definitely good for independents. Who's really got mobile right? Out of the ones you named, I don't know if anyone's really got it right yet. You're talking about the mobisodes. Those are
on a primitive basis.
On a primitive basis. But the serialization of content in smaller bits is just, everyone who does mobile understands that's a necessity. But as far as how to add relevancy and engagement to mobile video, no one's really figured that out yet. There's one thing Google knows is search, and whoever wins mobile search is going to really be king. And as we develop more and more content, there's a concept called ambient findability. How do we find content that is relevant with so much around us? And video discovery is a lot like app discovery. Most apps are found not by search, but by recommendations from others. So to echo what Tony said about social media, we're going to rely a lot more on our peers to filter through a lot of that fluff. Now, the providers like YouTube do have an interest in separating the fluff from the high quality stuff. So you probably will see, as you said, some sort of split where you get a pro, maybe a subscription-based model YouTube, and I don't think they're going to get rid of their put up Charlie Bit My Finger here. That's actually one of the best selling content on the page.
Say that name again, what was that?
Charlie Bit My Finger. I have a YouTube channel, and it doesn't get nearly as many hits as Charlie biting people's finger. My son is yet to bite my finger, so keep working on that. Mobile is inherently a pool consumption device. So you need that authenticity, because the game in mobile is you have to provide value or no one's going to let you on the device. And the way to do that is through authenticity to drive engagement and relevance. So yeah, I'd say the advertising agency is reading that. I would echo that Coca-Cola is probably the best at new media right now, in my opinion, across the board. As far as your original question, though, about independent music and independent film, I would hazard that music, having taken two black eyes early on from iTunes, really, changing the disrupting the entire business model, they maybe have a little bit more experience in the film world that was slower to move to online content. And so maybe they're trying to take advantage of what they've learned in their own industry to bite off a little bit more of a different industry.
I'm always saying, how can I come about this differently? How can I make myself pop out of the crowd and look different, sound different? And one of them, we got to talking about the music video tool to launch musicians, but also to launch video content. And I said to him, why don't you just take the best scene that is the most evocative in your film, find an original piece of music, marry them with logic, and throw it out onto YouTube as a music video, and try and drive millions of viral responses to that. Show them the story, entice them with the story so they want to know more, but tie it to the story of the song. And he said, oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna go. And that was the last I saw of him or heard from him. So I keep watching YouTube to see if this is going to happen. What do you think about that kind of cross-pollination? Maybe indie filmmakers should approach the YouTube music video combination approach.
With online consumption patterns being what they are, people do look for short intervals, and music video is, I think, a perfect length. And to help with the spread through social media to try and make something viral, I think that's a very good approach, because music, as you said, audio is something that's very visceral to us, and it's easier to connect with a story through music than it is to get online and watch a coming attraction. Often coming attractions aren't really selling movies as much as they should. I think that's a very good approach.